2 years ago, I literally looked like this. Right now, I look like this. If you follow my protocol, you can also achieve such a big transformation in less than 20 months of training. It is still going to take a while for sure, but hey, it is not going to take you 5 or 10 years of intense training and taking TRT to getting like a decent physique and a bit of progress that is visible. No bro, I am living proof that within 2 years of training, you can completely transform your life, get like steroid accusations wherever you go. But enough self-glazing and let's start with the video. I hate to say it because it is so cliche, but consistency is just so important in muscle growth. I wish I could say that there's like some tricks how you could train really intense, but it is just consistency. Because in the beginning, I did not even train that well. I had a lot of like bad exercises, bad form. But as long as you just work out and you keep eating reasonably clean and you sleep reasonably well, you will grow muscle. And it is a compound effect. Over time, all these little bits start adding up more and more and more, and suddenly you have your dream physique, whilst you did not even train that hard for it. So the two most important basics are to train at least 5 times a week, all the way up to like 7 times a week, and combine that with progressive overload. Progressive overload is one of the things you can just not skip out on. Every single time you perform an exercise, try to put just a bit more mechanical tension on the muscle that you're training or the muscles than the previous time that you trained. So doing like bicep curls, 50 kg for 8 reps. I just knew like a random number, like 50 kg is probably a bit too much. But then the next time you train your biceps, you do like 51.25 kg and you try to do it like 8 times. And then going to 52.5 is maybe a bit too heavy. So you try to do 51.25 times 9 times 10, and then you move to 52.5 kg. So you either increase the amount of weights or you increase the amount of reps. The reps, you should always have them between 8 to 12 reps. So you can, within this range, you can build it up. But once you come at 12, you really need to increase the weight of the exercise that you're doing. And it doesn't matter if you're training with calves or shoulders here. Doing anything with higher than 12 reps is fatigue maxing. Like, okay, maybe for your rear delts, you could go to like 14, 15 reps. But even then, just go a bit heavier and do like 10. That's already enough sufficient stimulus. Make sure to eat in a slight caloric surplus and have enough protein a day. I always recommend just rule of thumb 200 grams of protein. I guess you are at about 80 kg body weight, then like 200 grams is a good measure point. If you're like lower than 80 kg, maybe go for like 150. If you're like a lot heavier like me, if you're like 100 kg plus, go for 250 grams of protein a day. But remember that protein is not everything. Calories are usually more important than protein. You could have like 500 grams of protein but eat in a caloric deficit, or eat 100 grams of protein and eat in a caloric surplus. And I would prefer eating just the 100 grams of protein, because in the end, you have something left to build muscle, whilst eating 500 grams of protein does not matter that much, because it is all just converted into glycogen because your body needs fuel, because you're depleting yourself of enough calories. Remember the golden rule, so it is to eat in a slight caloric surplus, about 200 to 300 calories a day, and then also to only eat healthy foods. This is so important, and this is where a lot of people go wrong. They want like the 10% junk food from time to time. How bad you want to grow muscle? I'm telling you, if you really want to get jacked, if you want like results like me within 2 years of training, bro, you need to dish out it all. I was such a big sugar addict, and just like that, I cut out it completely. I just told myself I'm not going to eat sugar anymore. Then a month later, I did the same with like the potatoes and other snacks. And from that point on, I've like not eaten really bad stuff anymore. Just eat healthy. So the pasta is like the advanced stuff. Just try to not eat like the sugary junk foods, the sweeties, the chocolate, the chips, whatever. Just cut it all out. That will make such a big difference in your muscle growth journey. Sleep, in my opinion, is a bit overrated, but it is like, you build muscle in your sleep. But I slept like really bad for like the past year. I'm sleeping better now, but I had a time where I slept like 5 hours a night. I just could not sleep more. I was in my exam period. but I still grew muscle back then. Try to like wake up and go to sleep at the same time every night and have about 7 hours at least, but then you're just fine, man. What is more important is picking the right exercises. If you pick stupid exercises where you're not really contracting the muscle that you want to contract. So for example, I was training my chest with a chest press that was more so hitting my triceps and my front delts than my chest. Switching up then to like just a regular barbell bench press to a split machine or another machine where I feel my chest better makes a huge difference in like the aesthetic muscle groups like the chest, the shoulders, the lats, the neck, the traps and the forearms and the abs. If you dial in all those basics I just described, you will add like 1 kg of muscle easily every single month. The last tip I would give you to like make the progress to getting your dream physique more quick is to first mass up. So that is what I'm doing and I'm like almost done with this stage. But for the first 2 years of training, you're just going to try to get as much muscle everywhere as possible. So you're just going to do a lot of compounds, still do isolation exercises, like really train your neck, your traps, your shoulders, your chest, just train everything really hard. And then after 2 years of training, you can look at your physique and objectively say, I want a bit more of a V-taper, so maybe let's put a bit more emphasis on the side delts. Let's put a bit more emphasis on like the lower lats of the back. A bit less emphasis maybe on my legs because they're already like big enough. I will still train them, but just a bit less often, like once every 5 or 6 days now instead of every 3 or 4 days. Stuff like that comes only after 2 years. In the first 2 years, try to get as much muscle, put on as much muscle everywhere as possible. So that's it. If you want like personal help from me to achieving your dream physique within a few years of training, click the link in the description. It is my school community, it's currently in pre-sale, it is a steal. So don't miss out on the chance and I'm looking forward to working with you.